Hey guys, welcome to Desert Tactical and Firearms. Today's video, I'm going to show you how to drop in a Poly-dat Overwatch Precision drop-in trigger for your 43X. Here I am verifying that the chamber is empty, no magazine. And the magazine that you did see had snap caps in it, so I can do a drop test after this. Verify that the safety internally still works. It's my new pick set, standard of course, and a Glock is metric as far as pin size. It took me a moment to find the right size pick, push these pins out, and a little persuasion. The ones in the Overwatch Precision video just slid out, but this is the first time this one's been depinned. So a little persuasion goes a long way. Of course, the rear one, she just slid on out. I think having this cleaned and well lubricated, because it's not my everyday carry anymore, so she sits in the drawer, stays lubricated, helped as far as getting everything to come apart fairly easy. Like I said, this is my first time doing a trigger swap in any firearm for that matter. And she just slid on out. There she is. I just got all these tools just for this video and to do this trigger. And unfortunately, they didn't have any smaller blocks to work with, so I just grabbed an AR1. I have an AR-15 as well, so I'll use it. Now in the video they show, they use a flathead screwdriver. I just used one of my smaller picks. Just slide up on this block. And like I said, she was well lubed, so it just came right on up. I think the most nerve-wracking part is making sure that you're not losing pieces or springs aren't being undone. But there's none of that to worry about really. The trigger just popped right on out, as you can see right there. I'm grabbing the Overwatch Precision Poly-dat drop-in. They have it on their website. I think it's $110 with tax plus shipping. They did not sponsor this video. I just bought this trigger from them. Asked them if they mind if I did a video about me putting it in, and they said no. Fortunately, I'm local out here in the desert, so I just went and picked it up after ordering it. Trying to figure out which way it goes in. The shoe goes in first, or if the housing goes in. Figure it out. Got her in. Now it's time to go in reverse, put everything back together. Like I said, the nerve-wracking part is making sure you're not losing pieces. the slide lock or slide catch, however you want to call it, slide release, does have a small spring on it, but if you just hook it to the side of the frame and gently put the block back in, it goes together quite well, as you can see. I did everything in reverse from the way I took it apart. So I took the rear pin out last, so it would be the first that I put in, making sure I'm putting it in the right way. Very particular about making sure everything goes back together right. Not having to force anything. Making sure it's even on both sides. Can't have it sticking out more on one side than the other. As you can see, it's my OCD. Clean it out a little bit. I'm putting the front pin in. I will tell you to save you some time. Just take your pick or your punch, whatever you're using, and slide it through to catch everything and line the holes up. And that way you won't have to try and do it with the pin and waste time like you see me doing here. I finally came to thought, hey, I can line it all up. Making sure everything's good. All the holes are lined up. Trying to remember which way the pin went in. And it actually just slid right in. My punch actually flew out the other side once I got it in. See here in a minute. Boop. And there she went. Right in there. Making sure it's even. Like I said, I can't have the pin sticking out further on one side than the other. It's time to put the slide back on. Run it through its paces. Making sure that it's functioning correctly. Slide locks holding and releasing. The trigger's firing and resetting. And then I did my drop test with some snap caps and took it to the range later that day, and it worked fine. We'll say the trigger pull is about the same weight.